Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain one of the CERT Java coding rule, that is EXP03-J, which infers that do not use the equality operators when comparing values of boxed primitives. Firstly, let me tell about boxed primitives. Java has primitive types like int, short, float, etc. and reference types like string, collection, etc. Each of the primitive type also has an equivalent reference type, like int has integer, long has long, and so on. These reference types are called boxed primitives. Here in my example, I have used 4 integer reference types, that is I1, I2, I3 and I4 with some values assigned to them. In my non-compliant code example, I have used equal to and not equal to operators in an attempt to compare the values of integer objects, that is I1 with I2 and I3 with I4. But when I run the program, let me show you the result. I have got I1 and I2 equality and not equality, true and false respectively for 100 and 100, which is right in both the cases. But for I3 and I4, it is equality for 1000 and 1000. It is true actually, but it is returning as false for value comparison. And I3 and I4, it is returning as true, but 1000 is not equal to 1000, so it should return false. But it is returning that. Why so? It is because the equality operator is comparing object references rather than the object values. The fact for it happening is that the reference comparisons and the value comparisons produce identical result for the subset of values that are memorized but not for all the values. That's why we are getting some results out here as not correct. So my compliant solution to this issue contains the equals method in spite of the equal to and not equal to operator. So the result what we get here, let me show you the result. So here we are getting the equality and not equality for 100 and 100, that is I1 and I2, that is true and false, which is correct, and I3 and I4. 1000 equals 1000, which is actually true and it is also returning as true. I3 not equals to I4, which is actually false and it is also returning false. So the output here in that case, in my complicated solution, it is very much correct. So here we saw why can't we use equality operators when comparing values of boxed primitives. The rule through which I depicted that is EXP03-J. To learn more about this rule and more about many other coding rules, you can visit this website securecoding.cert.org, and here you can get almost all the coding rules depicted. Thank you.